I bought this horse truck for €4,000 in the hopes of converting it into a tiny home in less than 4 months. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this feature wall at the back. My Chadwick's order arrived, so we squeezed it through the door and I opened it up so I could get to work straight away. I started off by measuring and cutting some 12mm plywood to size. I laid them down on the ground and I used some 2x2s to create the main support of the wall. Once they were in place, I made sure everything was secure by using some screws either side. Now it was time for the satisfying job of cutting and fitting 40mm insulation board to perfection. After that, I used this 12mm plasterboard to go on top. This will act as the backing board for the brick slips. This was actually my first time ever working with plasterboard and I didn't realise how heavy it was. Once everything was secure, I let down the ramp and got some friends to help put the wall into place. After a bit of a struggle, we managed to squeeze it in. It would have been impossible to do on my own. Once the wall was in, I could start putting on my brick slips. These are essentially bricks that have just been sliced to create a sort of tile. I stuck these onto the plasterboard wall with some Tech 7 and made sure to leave a 10mm gap in between using spacers. They're super easy to cut if you need to fill in smaller gaps. Once all the brick slips were stuck on, I took the spacers out and began making the mortar to go in between them. This is a mixture of water, mortar and plasticizer. You want to mix it until you get this smooth, loose consistency. And after that, it's just a case of putting it into a grout bag and filling in the gaps. Before it completely sets, you can get a rounded stick and go over the mortar to give it a nice finish. Make sure to put down some old sheets as it's an extremely messy job. Here I'm just cutting some OSB to size and I created a sort of frame. This will act as a border to go over the brick and will hide the messy edges. I bought this roll of LED lights off Amazon for about 40 quid and stuck them around the sides. The final job was applying this brick and tile sealer to the brick wall so they don't stain in the future. Now it was time to test everything out. I'm delighted with how it looks. Let me know in the comments whether or not I should put shelves, plants or decorations over the bricks. Make sure to follow along the journey. Cheers!